Hello guys, welcome to my video series tutorial to talk about Microsoft Semantic Kernel. In this video, I'm going to discuss kernel hooks concept. So first we'll understand why the kernel hooks needed and what are the categories available. Finally, we see one simple demo how to implement this feature. Function hooks give the opportunity to implement any custom logic, or we want to logging all the data, or we want to debugging the data. For that purpose, we can implement this hooks concept. It's divided into two categories, one for function hooks and another one for prompt hooks. Function hooks, in each function before and after execution, these hooks get triggered so that you can closely monitor the data, what is the function get invoked, what are the argument, or you want to continue the function, next function to call or not. So those type of decision you can take in the function hooks. Prompt hooks available before and after render the prompt. This also provides the same opportunity. You can closely monitor how the prompt get rendered before and after like this. So let's move on to Visual Studio to implement these features. In Visual Studio, I have created a new project called Kernel Hooks. I taken the same example which previously used in the handlebar planner, the same code base. In this code base, I'm going to implement this function and prompt hooks. So this is handlebar planner code. I just hide this one here. And here we created the kernel object. We used two plugins, one for location plugin and another one for weather plugin. So this also just hide it here. In this sample, I'm going to monitor the function execution time before and after, how long it take the process of the function. Same for prompt also. For that, I have created one class called timing logger. Here I just monitor start time and stop time. Whenever we call the stop function, I just print the timing, how long it take execute the function. Let's start to implement this feature. Here I am going to add first step for function hooks. Function hooks kernel dot function invoking invoked. So this is a before function, call this function. Once you added this hooks, you can get the error message because still is in the evaluation purpose. We have to disable this warning to use the feature. So skexp 0004. Better I add here warning disable skexp 0004. The next function kernel dot function invoked. This function we have to call. Both function added here. I remove the default implementation. I do one more step. I just make this is the first function and this is the second function. As I mentioned, here I'm going to monitor the timing. So I'm going to create the object for my custom class timing logger. Here I do static timing logger. This is function timing logger new. And I do one more step. I move this object to the outside of this function static invoking. Here I'm going to call the start function dot start. So the first argument we have to pass the function name. So which function get called, that we have to pass it here. For that I don't maybe directly I call here or where function hooks here define function hooks. The name of the function, it's available in the function invoking event arg. So argument dot function dot name of the function. So this we have to pass it here, function hooks. Invoked function we have to call stop. So function timing logger dot stop. And one more I'll do here. I'm going to print the function name also for function invoking the name. So here function hooks to $sign function invoking here before. So we have to pass the function name here, function dot function name. That's it. This time I call the display object writeLine function hooks. The same for invoked. This one for after where. That's it. Then I change this here like invoked, and I do one more step, move this to here. And here I just print like this. Now we run the application and see the result. We have implemented two plugins, one for history and another one for weather plugin. Before call the history function, invoking function get called. That's what here we are seeing, function invoking before history. And here we start monitoring the timing. The next after function called, function invoked function get called here. That's what here we display function invoked history, function name, and total timing taken. So here 3080.43 milliseconds, more than 3 seconds taken. The same for get weather. So before and after take time 2 milliseconds. And finally we print the result. So this is a function hooks concept. Next we'll see the prompt hooks. Stop the application. Here we implement prompt hooks. Kernel dot prompt rendering the next function kernel dot prompt rendered. So here I move like this, and I just move this function to below these functions. For monitor render also I have to create one more object, private static timing logger, prompt timing logger. So copy this one. Here I remove the default implementation. So where prompt hooks to add the function name, function argument dot function dot name of the function. That's it. So we call the prompt timing logger start. The next line we print the function name, and so the next after rendered we have to stop the timer. So here I call prompt logger.stop, and before that I have to print the function name also. That's it. Now we run the application. Here you can see previously we see function invoking history function. The next prompt rendering function get called because the history we render the prompt. Here you can see the location history. Here we use the prompt so that this function get invoked before rendering, after rendered. So it take 7 milliseconds. Then after execution of this function, it take more than, it's near almost 4 seconds. Here we are not used any prompt related for this get weather function. That's the reason only the function hooks get function called. This is a simple example how to implement kernel hooks concept. Thanks to all.